What you're about to see is shocking, unprecedented, and completely unfiltered. Camron, the Harlem legend, has publicly humiliated Katt Williams, and the confrontation may have even turned physical. Fans, insiders, and celebrities are still talking about it. This is not your typical celebrity clash. The tension, the lies, the drama, it's all laid bare in front of millions of eyes. Katt Williams, known for his biting humor and fearless personality, is no stranger to controversy. But when Camron caught him in what many are calling a blatant lie, the situation spiraled beyond jokes and jabs. What started as a verbal confrontation quickly escalated into a high-stakes showdown, leaving both men's reputations, credibility, and street respect hanging in the balance. This is not just entertainment. This is a real-life drama unfolding in front of the public, where loyalty, pride, and ego clash in a volatile mix. Every move, every word, every gesture is being analyzed. Fans are dissecting videos, clips are going viral, and social media is ablaze with debates, memes, and hot takes. But here's the kicker. This is far from over. The story has layers of betrayal, secret grievances, and untold truths that are only now coming to light. The questions everyone is asking are, who came out on top? Was there physical confrontation? And most importantly, what does this mean for both Camron and Katt Williams moving forward? Stay tuned, because part 1 will dive deep into the origins of this explosive clash, and you're about to witness details that the mainstream media won't show you. The drama between Camron and Katt Williams didn't erupt out of nowhere. Behind the laughs, the interviews, and the public appearances, there had been a simmering tension for months. Insiders revealed that the relationship between the Harlem rapper and the comedy legend had frayed long before the infamous confrontation, fueled by miscommunication, misunderstandings, and rival claims that few outside their circles even knew existed. Camron, known for his sharp wit and street-smart instincts, had reportedly grown tired of Katt Williams' playful yet sometimes misleading public statements. Katt, while revered for his comedic genius, has often been accused of exaggeration and bending the truth in interviews and public events. Fans who followed both closely noticed subtle jabs and ambiguous comments that seemed harmless at first, but in reality, they were laying the groundwork for a major showdown. The initial spark reportedly came from a comment Katt made about Camron's business dealings and reputation during a podcast interview. While many fans laughed it off as typical comedic exaggeration, Camron and his inner circle interpreted it as a direct challenge to his credibility. In the weeks that followed, social media posts, subtle mentions in interviews, and indirect jabs in public appearances created a digital battlefield. Every word mattered. Every gesture became evidence of tension. Camron didn't respond immediately. Instead, he observed, planned, and waited for the right moment. According to insiders, Camron's strategy was calculated, not just to respond, but to expose the truth behind Katt Williams' comments in a way that would leave no room for denial. And when the time came, it wasn't a private discussion. It was public, dramatic, and utterly humiliating. The confrontation happened during a widely publicized event where both were scheduled to appear. Cameras were rolling, and the audience was oblivious to the underlying tension. Katt Williams, known for his energy and flair, delivered his usual high-spirited performance, but subtle body language, glances, and gestures revealed unease. Camron, calm yet authoritative, waited for the precise moment to confront him, a moment that insiders say had been meticulously planned for maximum impact. When Camron finally addressed Katt, he did so with sharp precision. Each statement was crafted to reveal inconsistencies, highlight exaggerations, and question Katt's credibility, all while maintaining composure. The crowd watched, initially confused as the verbal confrontation escalated. Fans would later describe the energy as tense, uncomfortable, and electrifying, capturing the feeling that something historic in celebrity confrontations was unfolding before their eyes. Katt's response was defensive, energetic, and at times comedic. But the weight of Camron's revelations began to dominate. The tension in the room was palpable. Audience members whispered, phones recorded, and social media feeds exploded as snippets circulated online within minutes. The feud that had simmered quietly for months was now fully exposed to the public, and the world was watching every reaction in real time. By the end of this first confrontation, the dynamic had shifted. Camron had effectively exposed discrepancies in Katt's statements, humiliated him publicly, and demonstrated strategic dominance. Fans debated who won the verbal exchange, and social media became a storm of hot takes, memes, and trending hashtags. Meanwhile, Katt Williams' defenders rallied, claiming that he had been misunderstood or misrepresented. This push-and-pull dynamic would define the next stage of the feud, amplifying tension and anticipation for what was coming next. Concludes with a clear understanding: the feud is far from over. The seeds of humiliation have been sown, reputations have been challenged, and the public is now fully invested. We'll explore the aftermath, the viral social media reaction, fan debates, and the ways this confrontation has influenced both Camron and Katt Williams' careers moving forward. The moment Camron confronted Katt Williams publicly, the internet erupted. Within minutes, clips of the confrontation were circulating across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Fans replayed every second, analyzing gestures, facial expressions, and the exact words spoken. Social media became a digital battlefield, dividing audiences into two passionate camps: Team Camron and Team Katt Williams. Camron's delivery was precise, calculated, and undeniable. His words hit hard, exposing inconsistencies in Katt Williams' public statements and leaving little room for defense. Clips went viral as fans captioned them with reactions ranging from shock to outright admiration. Memes began to flood feeds, some humorous, others highlighting the dramatic tension of the moment. The story was trending globally, and mainstream news outlets quickly picked up the narrative, amplifying the spectacle. Fans dissected every detail. Phrases, pauses, and body language were analyzed frame by frame. Some praised Camron for his strategic dominance, calling the confrontation a masterclass in exposure and control. Others sympathized with Katt Williams, arguing that he had been caught off guard in a high-pressure moment. The conversation wasn't just about who won the confrontation. It became a larger discussion about truth, credibility, and reputation in celebrity culture. The feud extended beyond social media. Podcasts, interviews, and radio shows dedicated entire segments to discussing the event. DJs and commentators debated the motivations behind Camron's confrontation, while comedians and influencers chimed in with their own takes, further fueling public interest. The drama transcended the initial event, creating a multi-platform spectacle that was impossible to ignore. Industry insiders revealed that the fallout was already affecting both artists' careers. Collaborations were delayed, media appearances were rescheduled, and public relations teams worked overtime to control narratives. Camron's assertive move boosted his visibility, reaffirming his position as a powerful and strategic figure in the entertainment world. Katt Williams, meanwhile, faced scrutiny that challenged both his credibility and public persona. Fans and media alike speculated on the possibility of physical confrontation, though no evidence confirmed that anything beyond words occurred. The rumor mill, however, amplified the drama, keeping attention focused on every subsequent appearance by either artist. The public's fascination with high-stakes celebrity drama ensured that each follow-up comment, interview, or social media post became newsworthy. It was clear that the confrontation was far more than a personal clash. It had become a cultural event, with wide-reaching implications for social media, celebrity discourse, and fan engagement. Part 3 will explore the deeper personal dynamics, backstage revelations, and potential escalation that could take this feud to its most dramatic peak yet. The confrontation between Camron and Katt Williams had set the internet on fire, but behind the scenes, things were far more intense than the public could imagine. Sources close to both artists revealed that backstage, the atmosphere was tense, electric, and charged with unspoken threats. Cameras couldn't capture every glance, every whispered word, and every subtle move that hinted at what was brewing. Insiders reported that in the hours following the confrontation, both Camron and Katt Williams were engaged in heated discussions with their teams. Camron's camp meticulously reviewed footage, dissecting Katt's every response to prepare for potential follow-ups. The goal was clear: dominate the narrative, ensure public perception favored Camron, and expose every inconsistency in Katt Williams' statements. Every post, every interview, and every social media comment was strategically planned to maintain momentum. Meanwhile, Katt Williams' team worked frantically to contain the fallout. PR managers, publicists, and close confidants advised him on how to respond without escalating the situation further. But sources revealed that Katt was not content with silence. Behind closed doors, he expressed frustration over being caught off guard, insisting that some statements were taken out of context. The clash of strategy versus instinct created an undeniable tension, one that insiders said could snap at any moment. The backstage environment at subsequent events became a high-stakes game of observation and maneuvering. Both artists were present at mutual appearances, navigating the same spaces with an air of caution. Every handshake, every nod, every casual conversation was loaded with meaning. Observers described it as walking on a minefield, where one wrong move could ignite another public spectacle. Rumors of physical confrontation circulated quickly. While no official altercation occurred, eyewitnesses confirmed that the energy between Camron and Katt was so palpable that staff had to intervene at multiple points to prevent verbal sparring from turning physical. Security teams reported positioning themselves strategically, aware that the tension was as much about pride and ego as it was about public perception. The media continued to fuel the fire. Podcasts, YouTube commentators, and entertainment shows analyzed every snippet of footage, speculating on motivations, alliances, and potential future clashes. Fans continued to dissect every social media post, creating elaborate narratives that combined fact, rumor, and speculation. The feud had transformed into a 360-degree media spectacle, where the line between reality and performance became increasingly blurred. Industry insiders also hinted that this feud was affecting relationships with collaborators and sponsors. Some brands reportedly reconsidered partnerships due to the unpredictability of either artist, while others saw the drama as a marketing opportunity, leveraging the heightened visibility for promotion. In essence, the feud was no longer confined to personal reputation. It had become a full-scale cultural event, influencing decisions at every level of the entertainment world. Despite the pressure, Camron maintained a composed and calculated demeanor. His strategy relied on patience and precision, ensuring that every public response or appearance reinforced his dominance without overexposing himself. Katt Williams, on the other hand, relied on spontaneity, charisma, and a blend of humor and defensive tactics to navigate the storm. This contrast in approach heightened the drama, keeping audiences hooked and analysts guessing about who had the upper hand. The feud had reached a critical tipping point. The groundwork had been laid for either reconciliation or further escalation, and the world was watching every move with bated breath. Fans were emotionally invested, media coverage was at an all-time high, and the potential for a dramatic climax loomed larger than ever. The stage was set. The next chapter promised to reveal either a shocking resolution, a dramatic escalation, or perhaps both. Would take viewers to the explosive confrontation and ultimate fallout, showing just how far both Camron and Katt Williams were willing to go to defend their reputations and maintain dominance in the public eye. The tension that had been building for months finally reached its peak. Camron and Katt Williams found themselves in a setting where both the cameras and the audience were watching closely. This was no ordinary event. Every word, every movement, and every expression would be analyzed, dissected, and debated across social media and entertainment news outlets. The world was ready for the ultimate showdown. As the two confronted each other publicly, the energy in the room was electric. Camron, calm yet commanding, directly addressed the inconsistencies in Katt Williams' previous statements. He delivered his words with precision, exposing what he called the truth behind the jokes, leaving no room for denial. The audience was stunned. A mixture of shock, awe, and anticipation hung thick in the air. Katt Williams, while visibly flustered at first, quickly recovered, using his signature humor to deflect and respond. But even his wit couldn't completely counter Camron's calculated strikes. Every comeback was measured, but the tension was palpable, as though at any moment, the verbal confrontation could spill over into something more physical. Staff and security subtly shifted positions, ensuring that the situation remained under control. Fans watching live and through social media feeds went into a frenzy. Clips of the confrontation circulated instantly, sparking debates and viral memes. Hashtags began trending, and the digital landscape was flooded with reactions, commentary, and speculation. People were arguing over who had the upper hand, dissecting micro-expressions, and replaying lines from the confrontation over and over. The feud had transcended a personal clash. It had become a cultural phenomenon. The aftermath of the confrontation was just as dramatic. Interviews, podcasts, and commentary shows dissected every aspect, while both Camron and Katt Williams navigated the public's reaction with strategic precision. Camron's reputation for street-smart savvy was reinforced, while Katt Williams faced renewed scrutiny over credibility and composure. Industry insiders noted that the event would have long-term effects on collaborations, endorsements, and public perception for both artists. The public also learned more about the personal grievances fueling the feud. Friends, collaborators, and industry insiders revealed untold stories of misunderstandings, miscommunications, and hidden tensions. These revelations painted a deeper picture of why the clash escalated the way it did, showing that behind the humor and entertainment, serious pride and reputation were at stake. Ultimately, the confrontation left both men with reputations intact but challenged. Camron had successfully exposed inconsistencies and dominated the public narrative, while Katt Williams demonstrated resilience, humor, and a willingness to confront criticism head-on. The feud may not have fully resolved, but it had reached a moment of high drama, cultural significance, and unforgettable spectacle. Concludes with a cliffhanger. The feud may resurface at future events, collaborations, or interviews, and fans are left wondering what the next chapter might hold. One thing is certain: Camron and Katt Williams have created a moment in entertainment history that will be remembered, dissected, and talked about for years to come. The Camron versus Katt Williams confrontation has shaken the entertainment world, leaving fans stunned, analysts speechless, and social media exploding. What started as subtle tension has now become a full-blown cultural event, revealing the raw truth behind celebrity egos, pride, and the power of reputation. This is not just another celebrity feud. It's a moment that will be remembered for years, dissected, and debated by fans and insiders alike. Now it's your turn. What do you think really happened behind the scenes? Was Camron completely justified in exposing Katt Williams, or did the comedian handle the situation as best he could? Drop your opinions in the comments. We want to hear every perspective. Every like, comment, and share fuels the conversation, letting your voice become part of this ongoing story. If you haven't already, subscribe now. You won't see the full breakdowns of moments like this anywhere else. Only here do we dive deep into the drama, uncover hidden truths, and give you the most detailed analysis possible. Hit the bell so you never miss a moment of celebrity clashes, viral feuds, and explosive revelations. Finally, share this video with anyone who lives for drama, entertainment, or wants the inside scoop on what's really happening in Hollywood. Every view, every share, every reaction contributes to keeping these stories alive. And trust us, this feud is far from over. The story between Camron and Katt Williams isn't ending. It's only beginning. And if you thought this was intense, just wait until the next chapter unfolds.